Out scheduled for three-minute rounds. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 253.5 pounds, currently undefeated with a record of 1-0. Doing it for Team Agima. Make some noise for Patrick Mckinney.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now, we've got Patrick Mckinney. This man is 29 years old, standing 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in at 253.5 pounds.
He's a big boy.
Yes, he is. He's undefeated with a record of 1-0-0. What do we know about this guy, Ryan?
Well, we know he's coming out of Hank's Hammer House, I believe it's what it's called. And I believe that Hank's Weiss's old place is what I was told.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Right?
Yeah, I believe he's also training at other places. But I know his last fight, his one fight that he had with us was against Jesus Lopez at the last show, again, where I was out dying and you were cornering.
Yeah, it was a one-punch knockout or like a quick, heavy hand.
Yeah, as Jesus was coming in,
yes,
he threw that shot that just wobbled him. Lots of power in this man's hands.
Yes, yeah. So, I mean, and I didn't get to see the fight. I don't know if we got to see a lot out of him.
It was 9 seconds into the first round. It was
exactly.
fast.
We didn't get to see much as to what this guy could do, or maybe we did.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Maybe we saw everything. Maybe we saw everything in that 9 seconds. Maybe we didn't see what he can do after that because he just landed that big shot. Maybe he's got a lot more tools in the tank. And there's Hank Weiss right there behind him in the that man. If you don't know who Hank Weiss is, he's one of the legendary greats of Utah. MMA back when MMA first started, it used to be NHB, no holds barred, before the unified rules and everything came into play. And Hank Weiss was one of the all-time greats back in the day. So having someone like that in your corner, definitely look for someone that can submit, triangles, leg locks, all the beautiful things, as well as obviously punching really, really hard. Let's see what his opponent looks like.
And his opponent tonight, fighting out of the black corner, standing 6 feet tall, weighing in last night at 260.5 pounds, with a current amateur record of a 3-1. Doing it for One Hit MMA. Let's hear it for the Kung Fu Panda, Mark Gonzalez!
I can see Aldo peeking through.
You got to wait for that spot.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here he's coming, the Kung Fu Panda, Mark Gonzalez. He's 6 foot 0 inches tall. He weighed in at 260.5 pounds. He is 36 years old. He has a record of 3-1-0, and he is representing One Hit MMA. What do we know about them?
Well, you know, Aldo Arezia, the head coach right there, getting ready to put on all that Vaseline and all that beautiful stuff. You've got a lot of the fighters from One Hit behind him coming out. This is the co-main event. One thing that I will tell you is this is Veterans Day, and Mark is a veteran.
Yes.
So that's you saw him come out and salute. He's very proud of his service and coming out and representing the United States Army. He's been out for a few years, but he still, represents very well. So it's great that we have him co-main eventing tonight. He is coming off of a win against the exact same person that his opponent got a win off of. Now, they both fought the same guy, and when Mark fought him, it actually went all 3 rounds to a unanimous decision back in May.
So we'll see. This is going to be probably Mark's maybe one of his toughest today.
Yeah,
But we don't know because it was 8 seconds, 9 seconds. But maybe we do.
That's one of those beautiful things is what it looks like on paper doesn't always tell you what you're going to see. But on paper, it looks like a really good matchup. Mark's coming in off of a 3-win streak. He did have one canceled bout back in 2021, but the last 3 fights have been a win. He did have the one loss back in 2020, right before COVID.
He's ranked pretty high in the state.
I believe he is. I believe he's in the top two for the state.
2.
And I want to say, as far as Tapology considers him, I want to say he's in the top 20 in the U.S. West.
Yes.
So this fight is one that I'm excited for. I'm excited to see how these guys do. You've got what we know to be a very heavy-handed striker in Patrick Mckinney against seasoned Mark Gonzalez, who's been able to go the distance, go all 3 rounds in multiple fights, and has also been able to win by punches.
Well, and here they go, throwing hands. Mark does have a bit of a wrestling background, so you see him kind of going to that.
Doing a really good job putting Patrick against the cage. Now, that's what you want to do with someone that you know has heavy hands, is take away their striking power.
And this is more where Mark's probably going to want it.
But Patrick doing a good job of reversing, putting him against the cage, and throwing some shots as he pushes away.
Yep. Separates.
Smart for Mark to circle around.
See, kind of readjust. I'd like to see some leg kicks out there. He's going to have to set those up. Mark's fainting. See what.
Ooh, big hand by Patrick. Right as Mark threw that left hook. And
I'm curious whether that stunned him or whether he was off balance.
As he was stepping for that left hook, it landed.
Yes, exactly. And it could be either. I mean, these guys are big. When they hit, you fall.
I mean, 250-plus pounds each. So
we got 500-plus pounds.
Yeah, there's impact coming off of those shots, no matter what.
Well, and you see, Kenny, very, very, slow, methodical. Looks like he's trying to put that jab out there.
Nice leg kick.
And he can say, yep. See, those hurt. That's going to start to change the game if Mark can land a few more of those. And Mark does have those big kind of fire hydrant legs.
Yeah, well, and leg kicks pay dividends later in the fight.
Agreed. Just like body shots.
Absolutely.
The things that don't look so pretty actually kind of pay off there.
A lot towards the end.
It's kind of like that delayed gratification concept. Right? It doesn't look as pretty, but later on,
you're happy you did it.
Exactly.
Like to see Mark use that jab a little bit.
Well, the panda kind of went into a little kung fu, spot.
Ooh, nice head kick by Mark Gonzalez.
That's the panda shit.
That's why we call him Kung Fu Panda.
Yep. That's what he does. It looks like.
Again, when I'm
Mckinney wants to throw that right hand is what it looks like. There's a pump jab and maybe like that. He wants to throw that heavy right hand.
Well, because he knows what it's got behind it. And one thing I was noticing before, I said that it might have been that landed right as Mark was throwing that hook and shifting his weight. Every time I've seen Mark throw that hook, he's kind of shifted and done a little shimmy to the left and put that weight towards that front leg. And I think that's exactly what kind of got that quick knockdown.
Yeah,
was the movement, the leg changing up when Mark was throwing that left hook.
That's what I was kind of thinking. It looked more like that, but I mean, either way, it looked almost like a knockdown to the judges.
Yes,
right.
And that's the thing. The judges are going to score it based off of what they see and how they see it.
Yes, exactly.
Not necessarily, I hate to say it, not off of what actually happened.
Yeah. It's perception, and that is why we also have judges at different points.
Yes, different angles, so that they can see what's happening a little bit different. So that's why you're going to have split decisions. That's why not every single time when a fight is that close are they going to always line up and see the same thing. You saw that right there again. Ooh,
nice head kick.
That head kick by Mark, though, that was beautiful. But again, even if it was just the shifting of Mark Gonzalez on that left hook when Patrick threw that right, that doesn't take anything away from Patrick. That hand was still heavy enough to tumble him over while he was moving.
Well, I mean, he's definitely got heavy hands. We saw that in his last fight.
Yes. 9 seconds in. We saw that once.
Exactly.
One hand.
Exactly. Well, and here we are. We're going into round number 2. I mean, again, this could be foreign territory for Patrick, right?
Yes.
We've never seen him in round 2.
No.
We've never seen him past 10 seconds.
Yeah,
in.
he's never made it to 10 seconds before tonight because he never had to. So this is the first time that he's going into the second round.
He looks pretty composed.
He looks calm. He looks like he's got the breath to get him through this round. No problem.
I mean, he came out, took the center. Mark looks a little bit more movement. Doing some feints.
Mark's doing a lot of feints. He was doing that in the first round too. I'd like to see him throw a little bit more, less with the oomph and a couple of jabs.
Well, there's a lot of feints, and then it's kind of like an explosion for a second, and then it kind of stops.
And then it goes back to a feint,
Yeah.
which it's understandable when you've got someone that you know has knockout power right across from you. You don't want to get too close and let anything in that could hurt you.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd like to see him throw those jabs and not just feint them. There you go, like that.
Well, a lot of respect on both sides. It's not like we have Patrick Mckinney who's throwing a volume of punches now either.
No. Early in, they were both a little bit more excitable.
Yes.
But it definitely looks like they're both calming down and waiting for their shots.
There's a lot of looks like respect for each other.
Absolutely.
They're starting to get boos.
Well, and that's, I hate to say it, the lay person in the crowd that doesn't understand anything about fighting, they just want to see punches thrown.
Yes.
But the thing is, you're trying to win the fight. You're not trying to put yourself in danger, and I think that,
whoa! He caught him with a punch.
Big
That's
shot
all it
by
takes.
Mark.
He's on top. He slows down. He can get the W right now. It's all over.
And you can hear this crowd doing the exact opposite of what they were doing seconds ago.
So, Mark, it looks like trapping an arm. I would encourage him just to stay on top.
He's got to get a little bit more upwards on the body. He needs to bring his hips up a little higher or go to that crossbody. There you go. If you're going to go into the mount, you need to be a little higher up. But, these big guys, you don't got a lot of room for your legs to get around. So, great job by Mark going to that crossbody position. Watch for him to pin the arm down so he can start dropping some punches with that right hand.
And here's where he can start making a play.
Yep, start putting that forearm in the throat, start making it very uncomfortable. I'd like to maybe see Mark transition a little bit and go knee to the shoulder so he can go knee on belly. And so he can switch the weight a little bit more so he can drop some more shots. And then maybe switch back down into that side control.
Well, right now, he's keeping his position. I think he's probably pretty happy with that.
Oh, yeah.
You can see there's 30 seconds left in the round.
No, if he stays here, if he stays here, he's definitely winning the round and not putting himself in danger. But I'd like to see him be busy and throw a couple more shots.
Agreed. I think he can get the finish.
I don't know about the finish from this position. It looks like Patrick's doing a great job of keeping out of the danger zone from here. But I'd like to still see Mark do a few strikes here and there to really add to the emphasis for the judges.
Gotcha.
That was a great knockdown by Mark. Great job getting that position.
And he stood up feeling like he's the beast.
Oh, absolutely. He's feeling confident.
Yes.
Honestly, it's easy for me. I haven't seen Mark get a big knockdown like that for a while. And it's easy to forget that his first win was really early, 13 seconds into round number one from strikes.
He has heavy hands.
He does, but the fact that he's gone to the decision, it's like I've seen him throw some good hands, but I've also seen him have some good grappling. And it's made it kind of hard for me to remember just how heavy those hands are. So it was nice getting that reminder right there.
Yes.
Right there.
And you can see
nice
it right
left.
there.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, 250 pounds of force behind that shot.
Well, and that's why they call him the Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
He covered some distance, landed a left hook.
And he's deceivingly athletic.
Yeah, exactly. The head kick, you don't expect him to be able to kick your
you
head.
absolutely don't. You don't expect him to pounce as quickly either when he throws that shot.
Now, part of this is he has lost a chunk of weight. Right now, he was above 300. He could not make the heavyweight limit.
Yes.
I remember him making the heavyweight limit was a goal for him. So now he's definitely surpassed it. And as you can see tonight, he weighed in at what? 260 and a half.
Yep, 260.5. So that's
phenomenal. So he's walking around below the heavyweight limit.
Yeah, and he's not cutting a lot of weight for this fight.
He's not cutting anyway.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not.
Yeah,
he's not dumping it last
days.
minute. He's fighting at his natural weight class.
Yes. Now he probably gets a little bit lighter as training camp goes on, just by increased work rate.
Yeah.
But then kind of maybe gets a little bit bigger outside of that, just normal. started with that slow pace. I think the slow pace actually benefits Mark.
Because when he throws quickly, you don't expect it.
Exactly. He'll leap in and he'll kind of have those explosions, whereas we're not necessarily expecting that to occur.
Right. Well, like I said before, during the between the rounds, the break between rounds, he's deceivingly athletic, so he can be pretty dang quick coming in on you.
Yeah.
And nice exchange here by these guys. Both of them swinging. Neither one really got a more dominant exchange, but Mark did end up in a better position.
Yes. Well, Mark's got him kind of pushed up against the cage. He's kind of trying to, I don't know if he's going for a takedown, if he's just going for control at this point in time.
Yeah, and he doesn't need to be too worried about Patrick going for that choke. He's got the shoulder in. It's going to be a really difficult thing to finish that submission. All Mark really has to do is either look up or keep that shoulder in place.
Yeah, it's not going to be able to be finished for now.
But that's still a lot of weight leaning up against you right now for Mark.
Well, and let's see. I mean, Mark's got what looks like a single, but now he's starting to fight the hands. Maybe it's starting to get a bit uncomfortable under that. I don't think he can get the submission there.
No, but he's not going to be breathing as easily as he should.
Exactly.
You know, at this point, I'd like to see Mark let go of that underhook, that high crotch that he had, and shoot that left arm underneath the armpit, between the armpit and lat of Patrick, to try and sneak out from that choke.
Well, and it looks like,
and posture up.
Yes. Well, let's see. He's fighting that hand. Let's see if he'll shoot it through. From our side, we can see at least it gets separated.
Yep. No advantage in action, so we're going to see a stop and restart in the center. We got 49 seconds left of this fight.
Well, and it looks like, fatigue.
Both of these guys are fatigued.
Yeah, both of these guys are fatigued. Both of these guys.
Patrick's never been this far into a fight before.
No.
At least not in the cage. In a sanctioned fight, we know he has not been this far into it. And Mark is definitely working for everything that he's doing right now. That holding the weight of Patrick Mckinney alone is going to take it's going to take a lot out of you.
Yeah, and they've already fought again. We're almost 6 minutes
There you
in.
go, leg kick. You want to see some action from Mark. He's got less than 10 seconds. Need to put an exclamation point on this round for both of these guys. I would have loved to see that aggression about 45 seconds ago from both of those guys.
Yes, exactly.
I really would have. When they first got the break, I would have loved to see that aggression to try and stop the fight at some point from either one of them. But I think that Mark did everything he needed to do to win that fight off of the judges.
And again, he definitely, I think, got that round. He definitely was able to do that.
Oh, absolutely. I think he won that round. I think he easily won the second round. The first round, that's that one that's kind of up in the air with the pacing.
Yes,
I think that there was a lot of explosion off of both of these competitors in the first round at the beginning, and then the pacing was, honestly, it was slow enough that it could go either way. On the first round, I definitely think that Kung Fu Panda took the second and third round.
Agreed.
Ooh, especially with that knockdown right there. That was
the
beautiful.
Judges, your co-main event. Scores being tallied now. Talk to your table, figure out who you think got it, and we'll tell you who we know got it. Don't forget, come back, hang out with us again December 17th. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram. Tag us in your posts. Buy some tickets from a fighter. To all the veterans in the house again tonight, thank you so much for your service, for hanging out with us tonight, spending some of your day with us. We really do appreciate it. And if you haven't bought a beverage for a veteran yet, you have not done your duty. All I know is I got a cheeseburger calling my name from somewhere at some point tonight. We'll have cheeseburgers together, Panda. All right. We're making a list. We're checking it. Oh, wait. That's the wrong holiday. We're getting it figured out. Gentlemen, if I can get both fighters to the center of the ring, please. Both fighters to the center of the ring. You know what to do, gang. Make some noise for your co-main event. If you think it's easy and you're booing, come in here and give it a shot. All right, here is your score from your judges. Nothing but love and respect from your fighters. Steve Farragher with a score of 29-28. Dan First with a score of 29-28. Dennis McMahon with a score of 29-28. Your winner, the Kung Fu Panda, Mark Gonzalez!
Where's our camera at?
Thank you.
All right, how are you, my friend? How are you?
Kind of tired.
Here, we got a camera right there, my friend. There we go, there we go. All right, so tell me, you got that W out there. You had to put in some work. You had some quick exchanges at the beginning. It felt like maybe you guys respected each other's power because you guys were a little bit slower later. How'd that go? Talk us through your fight.
Before I do, veterans, where the hell are you? This was for you, baby. Whether it's Semper Fi, Anchor Way, or Rangers Lead the Way, it's one team, one fight. What was your question again?
Talk us through your fight.
I expected power, and he gave it. Respect the power and expect the unexpected. And he kept pushing. Yeah, I could tell we both respected each other's power because we were a little hesitant. But, just stick to the game plan. Try not to back up, try to circle, hit fast, hit first, hit hard.
Well, you did good. What else are we going to see out of the Kung Fu Panda?
Well, I hear there's a title out there that I'm gunning for, or at least Pat tells me I am. So that's the next shot. Jeremiah, I'm coming for you, man. Let's get it.
All right, everybody. Do you got any family sponsors you need to thank?
Yeah. Before I throw out the sponsors, last week, my homie King B, where's he at? Hey, King B, my boy right there, said inspirational shit in the fierce fight last week, and this applies to me today. This is my fucking house. This is my kitchen, my cage, my family. I will be back, and I will get that title. And special huge thanks to my sponsors, Critical Fit CBD, my family. Love you guys. Legend Energy, yeah. Brandon, my boy, thank you so much for being behind me 100% of the way. Tip Top, Ben Moa, thank you. Sauce Up Salsa, George, you're somewhere around here. Thank you, my man. You're awesome. Damage Plan Insurance, Zach. I know he's watching at home somewhere. And Damage Plan Nutrition, Jason Laporte, always behind me with my nutrition. Let's see. Then there's ERA, Real Estate, Ethan Harris. Thank you so much. And 0 to 100 supplements. Richard, Marcus Hafford, thank you so much for being behind me. To my beautiful wife and my children, I love you guys. Let's take this home. And the best coach in the entire state and even the country, Aldo Regia. I love you, Coach.
All right, let me get a big round of applause for Mark, the Kung Fu Panda Gonzalez.
Now we got to take some panda pics, and then we'll get on to our main event. This is it, the last one. Talk to your table, make your call. Who's going to take the main event tonight? All right, one more time to all the veterans, everybody that came out tonight, everybody watching at home, thank you so much for your support. The crowd here in the building, thanks for making my job easier. I do appreciate you guys.